Hello, Royals. Hello, and Khammagani Royals. We are back at the 13th episode of the Royals on the Road, and this time I have with me our newest addition to the Super Royals family, Manani. How are you, Manani?
Hi Mihir, I'm great.
Yeah. Next, I have Arjun, the member of the Super Royals community. How are you, Arjun?
Yep, I'm doing fine, Meher. How are you?
All good, Arjun. So excited for the World Cup coming ahead.
Yep.
So yeah, we to all the viewers, keep your comments coming in. We love to answer your comments, and we would try to answer the maximum of your comments. So please start commenting. Whatever you want to ask, you can just freely comment in the comment section. So since we know the World Cup is around the corner, and the qualifiers are starting from tomorrow. So we have a lot to talk about World Cup. We have to talk about Barbados Royals, our South African league, the PAL Royals. We have a lot of discussions to be going on in this episode. So I think we should start with the discussion point of the performance of India we have seen in the recently concluded series versus South Africa and Australia. So Manani, I want to ask to you that what are your takeaway as an Indian fan from the South Africa and the Australian series which has been recently concluded? Because as we know, that Team India is heading into the World Cup, so how much important are those series as an Indian fan and as for the Team India?
Both the series of with Australia and with South Africa, India definitely performed exceptionally well. मतलब परफॉर्मेंस की बात करें इन टर्म्स ऑफ बैटिंग डेफिनेटली हमारा जो बॉलिंग साइड था इट वाज अ बिट वीकर टुवर्ड्स द वीकर साइड देयर आर सम फ्लॉज परफेक्ट कॉम्बिनेशन की कमी थी डेफिनेटली बट क्या है ना कि दे हैव लर्न फ्रॉम द मिस्टेक्स इट्स बेटर फॉर द फ्यूचर मैचेस कि हम लोग पहले वो मिस्टेक्स हम लोग सीख ले फिर आगे जो फ्यूचर मैचेस आएंगे जो वर्ल्ड कप है उसके लिए बहुत नेसेसरी हो जाएगा कि हम लोग एक कॉम्बिनेशन को बिठा ले तो अभी क्या है ये एक बेस मिल गया उन लोगों को अब ये बेस से क्या है आगे वो बेटर परफॉर्म कर पाएंगे
Yeah, Manani, great, perfectly answered. And the same question over to you, Arjun.
Yeah, so I felt that they pretty much solved their batting woes, the problems that they had in Asia Cup. They had a settle now of top four with KL and Rohit opening, and Rohit has a template of hitting the ball from ball one. And whereas KL sometimes gets stuck in the power play, but he always, tends to make up the runs. And then we go to Kohli, he has gotten his form back, which is a great sign for the Indian team. You need him in Australia to win the, T20 World Cup. And then Surya, we all know him. He's probably the best T20 batter in the world right now. And then with Rishabh Pant being out of the reckoning for the number fifth and sixth spot, we have Karthik who has joined in, and Hardik is always there and thereabouts. With Jadeja's injury, we got Akshay, who was so top seven is pretty much settled. But then when we look at the bowling department, there are some issues with Jasprit not being there. That's a big you know I won't say a problem, but yeah, but still, it's a huge worry. Who's going to lead the attack? Bhuvi hasn't been performing at his best at the death over, so from there we have to find someone who can reliably bowl those 2 overs at the death, 17th and the 19th especially. So Arshdeep, he has done okay, but sometimes he can also go for runs. So pretty much the fast bowling department is the only one where we are kind of lacking the depth, the penetration at times. And the spinners also, we have quality spinners. The Royal spinners are there who are performing really well. Yeah. So pretty much very settled unit Team India after those two series against Australia and South Africa.
Yeah, Arjun, rightly said, and we have seen the form of Surya Kumar Yadav, especially the way he's batting. He will be a major player from the Indian side to look out in the World Cup as well. So yeah, my next let's go ahead. So over to you, Manani. According to you, who will be the leading contenders heading into the World Cup in terms of, if we talk about the teams, who will be playing the semi-finals and then the finals according to you?
Well, the top contender teams, according to me, along with India, it would be the SENA countries. And amongst them, I would suggest it would be first of all Australia, then it would be New Zealand and England. They would be like switching the positions between both the countries, and then I think it would be South Africa. Definitely, Pakistan is also there, but for I think these countries are the ones that will perform really well, and especially I am looking forward Australia's performance in this World Cup because they have been performing
They
consistently.
basically enjoy playing the ICC tournaments.
Yes, exactly. And these are basically the countries that I think are, have gonna have a tough fight.
And Arjun, the same question to you. Who are the top contenders according to you for the World Cup?
Yeah, I think Australia with home World Cup, the people and the the media and everything around them, I think they are the favorites, but they have the pressure, to perform, and they haven't been at their best in T20 as recently. So even though they won the World Cup, they haven't been at their best. So they are the ones still. I think they are the favorites. Then after that, I think South Africa. They have the most balanced bowling and batting. Powerhouse. Both are powerhouse attacks for them. So they are there. And India, of course, with the when they solve their bowling, especially the fast bowling department, then they are one of one of the top contenders. Yeah. So favorites would be Australia, then India, South Africa, and then England. Maybe they lack that penetration in their fast bowling more so than India. So I think
Without
they might
Jofra
get in.
Archer, they are
Yeah, yeah.
without
Jofra is in
Jofra
the
Archer. Right, right.
yeah, yeah. And Mark Wood being not fit all the time. So, yeah, they have their issues with the bowling. We know their batting is probably the most powerful in all the world. So, yeah. So, these are like three top contenders. England would be like fourth, running close for fourth alongside Pakistan. So, these are the four
I think
that I'll be picking.
they have the most destructive batting among all the teams in the World Cup, and especially
Yeah,
the form of George Bhai. We have seen it from the
yeah,
IPL, and he's doing something. He's doing wonders from IPL till now. Yeah,
yeah,
his form will
absolutely.
also be right, right. So yeah, my
Yeah,
next.
they probably so they
Yeah, yeah, go
probably
ahead, go
might
ahead.
miss Johnny, but still
Right.
Alex Sales is there. So yeah, so that would make up. Yeah, go ahead.
So let's move ahead. Manani, over to you. Who according to you, we are playing firstly against the Pakistan. So how excited are you to, because we know that India versus Pakistan is a game for which the entire world waits, and we as a fan also wait for the match. So how excited are you?
Well, definitely, I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to the match. I think in the Asia Cup, we were not able to defeat them, but it's okay. But this is the moment, like we were waiting for. Like India will come back. They will, win this match and come back really strong. So this is basically the match that everyone is rooting for. Let's hope for the best.
Yeah, great, great. So, Arjun, the same question to you. I think your excitement level will also be high on
Yeah,
23rd.
absolutely. Yeah, Pakistan, India, always, the big rivalry, the politics and everything aside, still, this is probably the biggest match in cricket. Whether they are not playing, both the teams are not at their best at certain points, but still, yeah. So I expect a tough competition. Pakistan will give a great fight yet again. They probably don't have the pressure of winning right now because they won the last time in UAE. So I think India has to do the basics right to find a way and win the game. Yeah. So it will be a pressure game more so for India than for Pakistan.
So, let's move to the comment section. I am seeing a comment of Nikonj. He's saying, "What are your views on Zimbabwe team?" So Manani, I would like to have the answer from you for this question.
Well, Zimbabwe is a team whom you cannot predict easily that how are they gonna play. Like sometimes they are so explosive in terms of their batting, and sometimes they just stump those wickets so nicely. But you cannot predict how are they gonna play for this World Cup. But yes, Zimbabwe has definitely emerged really well from time to time. They have great players under them. I think they are gonna perform well, but of course, I don't see them in the top four, honestly.
Arjun, same question to you
I
about
think
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, yeah. So Zimbabwe, they are getting up the ladder, so to speak. They have been down and out for many years. The talisman is Sikandar Raza. He has to perform big for Zimbabwe if they want to qualify for the Super 12s. And their bowling is relatively balanced, but their batting, they have to, kick on and score those, 180, 170 runs, which are very going to be important. In Australia, you have to score those big runs. It's not easy. Big grounds, and the spinners coming into play. So for them, it will be hard, but I hope they find a way to somehow get to the Super 12s. That would be a successful tournament for them. Yeah.
And also Sikandar Raza has given us a tough fight in the I think in
Yeah.
the last ODI we have played against them.
Yeah, he has been a very good player. He has a great strike rate. He can score big, decent, so decent to big innings with the ball. He is picking up wickets. He has that mystery about his bowling now. So he is a complete package for Zimbabwe. He has to perform, no doubt about it.
Right, Arjun, right. So we have our another super royal Rohit Bhaiya joining in. Hello Rohit Bhaiya, how are you?
I am good. Sorry for the delay.
No worries, no
Just
worries. So
Welcome, Rohit.
how are
yeah. Thank you.
So Rohit Bhaiya, next question to you. We will see our royal players performing for their respective national teams in the World Cup. So are you excited to see them? And according to you, how will they perform? Like we have Trent Bolt from New Zealand, we have uh, Corbin McCoy from West Indies.
Yeah, I mean, I think that everyone has done pretty well for their national teams. I think since the time the IPL ended, we have been seeing their performances and they have been doing very, very well for their respective teams. And I think that they will continue their form even in the T20 World Cup. I think the players to watch out for will definitely be Josh Butler. I mean, he's been in just tremendous form. Trent Bolt definitely, the way he starts off and the way he bowls in the power play is something that we know. So there is no denying on that. Uh, Owen McCoy, yes, he has, become a good bowler over a period of time, and he's also played very well in the CPL. So that also, just helped him perform pretty well now also, obviously for the West Indies team. And yeah, I'm just hoping to also see Ashwin make it to the 11 and also create a great this thing, performance for the Indian team. That's what I would like to say.
So that's Rohit Bhaiya, great answer by you. Next, we have a comment from SG Kushagra. He's saying, "Do you see Shami in playing 11?" So Arjun, over to you for this question.
I think he hasn't played any T20 leading up to the this World Cup. So I would prefer not to see him. But I think with the Indian team picking him ahead of Siraj, in the pecking orders, so we might see him playing if Bhuvi or somebody else might not perform to the expectation. So the Indian team wants pace in Australia, so he might get a look in. Yeah.
And yes, I also think like Sanju Samson has used Chahal 1 to 2 overs in death overs. So I want Rohit Sharma to back Chahal for the death overs because as we know that Bumrah is not in the squad. So the responsibility of Chahal also increases seeing the team combination.
Yeah, probably. I think he, with the big boundaries in Australia and Chahal being looking to take wickets, I think it can work, but yeah, it will be a bit tough for Rohit to bowl him as late as Sanju does. But yeah, still he might bowl him 1 over after the 15th or the 16th, yeah, and one in the power play, but not more than that. Yeah.
So Rohit Bhaiya, same question to you. Do you see Chahal bowling some of the overs in the death overs for India?
Yeah, I think they should definitely give a chance to Chahal. But then again, depending on how the other team has scored for a particular time, like until 15 overs and all of that, then definitely we should give him a go ahead. If they have scored low, then he has a chance to pick wickets. But what happens is once any batsman is in the flow of the opposition team, then it becomes a little tough for the spinners also, because they try and attack all the bowlers, and spinners are usually their target. So that's what it is. But yeah, Chahal definitely is bowled well in the IPL, so we can definitely look at bowling the 16th over maybe.
Next, we have a comment from Jaideep, Super Oil. Hi, Jaideep. He's saying, whoever wins the India versus Pakistan encounter is definitely going to have an edge over the rest of the teams from our group in terms of qualifying for the semis. So, Manani, I would like you to answer this question.
Well, I kind of agree to this statement basically because, first winning the match that is against the team which is basically the main rival gives you a sense of boost, a sense of confidence. So, what happens is it definitely emerges, the whole team emerges as a great powerhouse for, performing really well. Then, what happens is in the rest of the matches, they continue their form that they have maintained in that particular match. So I agree with the statement.
Yeah. So to all the viewers, I would just like to say that we at the Super Royals have started a World Cup the T20 World Cup contest. If you want to win big prizes, or if you want to win big prizes, you can go to our Super Royals handle. You can find the link in the bio, and then you can participate as well. And who knows, you can be the winner also. So guys, please go to the link. Please participate in the contest, and we are looking for the maximum participation from you all. So Arjun, over to you next. We have from 2007 to till now. We have I think every fan has some of the T20 World Cup memory. So what's your favorite memory from 2007 to till now? Be it Yuvraj Singh six sixes or India winning the inaugural T20 trophy.
Yeah, those are like close memories. But then again, I can't get past, Virat's 2016 innings versus Australia, that magical innings, which single handedly beat Australia. He lit up Mohali and made Australia look like, a team that was probably not the second best for the most of the game, and he made them look second best at the end. So yeah, that was one of the best T20 innings of all time. Yeah, so that would be my favorite T20 World Cup memory of all time so far. Yeah,
And basically, 2016 and Virat Kohli was a different vibe. Basically,
yeah,
he has
absolutely.
dominated that year. So
Yeah,
Manani, yeah, go ahead.
he had a career defining year. That, yeah, 2016 was Virat Kohli's year for sure.
So Manani, we would love to hear your favorite T20 World Cup memory.
Well, there are many memories that basically I cannot count on fingers. These are so many. But as you have said, the inaugural season is what, lives in my mind. Like winning the match that is against Pakistan and lifting the inaugural cup is a completely different feeling. And that's my favorite memory.
And basically, we as a RR fan exactly know what it feels to win a trophy in the inaugural season itself. So yeah, Rohit Bhaiya, the same question to you. Your favorite World Cup memory?
Well, actually, there have been quite a few that have been there. I think Yuvraj six sixes gets repeated all the time, even on television. So that definitely is one of them. But I can also remember one match where the England team chased a score more than 200 runs versus Australia. That is one of the matches that I watched that match even a few days back, and it was what a chase, like 200 plus chase in a T20 match, a high pressure match. It was nice, and everyone contributing. That's the best part. So it was a team effort. So that's what the thing. Mir, you are on mute.
You're mute. Yep.
Yeah. Let's move to the comment section. I'm seeing a comment from SG Kushagra. He's saying, "My favorite memory is Viru Mahi controversy." Yeah, Kushagra, right. We agree to this. Next, I can see a comment from SG Kushagra. Jofra is preparing for IPL. So I would like to take this question, Arjun. Do you think Jofra Archer playing for Mumbai Indians this year?
I mean, you never know, but he has a fitness issue, lingering
From
fitness
past 2 years.
issue. Those fitness issues might go away, but even if he does want to play the IPL, he has to play domestic cricket beforehand, and domestic cricket in England won't be available for him. So I think even if he does make it, he won't start the tournaments. At best, he might play a few matches at the end. Yeah. So that's
because they
would
have
be for Joff.
because they have Ashes also after the IPL only. So he may prioritize.
Yeah,
So he may give a priority to Ashes as well. And
yeah,
we as a
that would
RR
be
fan don't want Bumrah and Jofra to play together. That's very clear.
absolutely not, absolutely not.
So yes, let's move ahead. Rohit bhaiya, over to you as you have joined in late. Whom do you think as the leading contenders in this World Cup? Who will play the semis and then maybe the finals?
I think England and Australia definitely are the two teams, and India is the third one. The fourth one is a difficult choice because any team can create any upset in the World Cup. Even Sri Lanka can create an upset. I mean, you just can't say because they also have been in good form recently, and they also obviously won the Asia Cup. So quite possible they can be there. South Africa has a chance, but again, I don't know. Somehow, when South Africa comes into a big tournament, they kind of choke. I mean, that's what we have seen. So I'm hoping that they don't and they just go through to the semis. But yeah, I mean, any team can create an upset. So three are fixed. Fourth can be anyone. Can't say anything.
Yeah, Rohit bhaiya,
Yeah.
greatly answered. Greatly answered. So next, I would like to have a discussion on our third franchisee, that is the Pal Royals. We are so excited to watch them play in January. So over to you, Manani. Just tell about your excitement levels. That how much are you excited seeing the players? We have some World Cup champion, Owen Morgan, also in our squad.
Well, I'm really excited for this league to come and watch it. I'm really looking forward to some of the players like you have mentioned, Owen Morgan and Corbin Walsh. I think there are many great players we have under our bench, and I think they are gonna come up really great. And maybe they can. Maybe I'm think they can lift the cup.
And and as a RR fan, inaugural season is always special. So hope we will lift the trophy as well. So Arjun, same question to you. Your
Yep.
excitement for the South African League.
Yep, very excited. It's gonna be on prime time in India, so that's also a great thing as a viewer. And looking forward to seeing how Morgan fits into the team and how Josh captains them. Maybe even Morgan captains them. Who knows? exactly. Miller is the captain right now, though.
Miller is the
Yeah,
captain. Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. So how Morgan and Butler fit into things, and then how the rest of the squad builds around them. The South African players, as we all know, are going to be more important because it's the South African league. So they have to, gel together well quickly and find a way to, stay close to the other teams early on in the tournament and then run away with it as the tournament goes on. So because the first season of any tournament, you have to wait for your moment to strike, and you strike around the second half of the tournament, just like any other tournament, but especially if it's a first time tournament. Yeah. So I'm very excited for it.
Great, Arjun. Rohit bhaiya, same question to you, but in a different way. How do you see our opening pair in the South African League? We have the destructive pair of Josh Butler and I think Jason Roy. So how do you see that opening pair, and especially the form, the form of Josh Butler he has been since IPL?
Yeah, see, I think that we have a good opening pair. Josh, definitely, we know we have seen him. Jason Roy also is destructive, and both the players are England players. I mean, that's the best part because they have been there, they know each other for a very long time. So I think that because of that, they will definitely gel well. And I'm sure that one of them will definitely go in and do the hitting, and the other one will play a supporting role until one of them gets out, and then the next one will just take over. So I think that's how it's going to be. They will decide who wants to take other bowlers on, and they'll just go bang bang in the first 6 overs. I think once we have a good start in the first 6 overs, then definitely there is a good chance of us getting to a good score. I actually also want to see how Miller performs because he's been the mainstay in the GT team. They have won the IPL this year. He's also been there in CPL, so he's had good amount of exposure in big leagues now. So I just want to see how he captains the team and takes the team around. And as far as I mean gelling is concerned, which obviously Arjun spoke about. So it's the royal team. So I don't think that the players will have an issue gelling because we have seen how players gelled into the Barbados Royals team. I had been actually looking at all their videos very recently, and the way they gelled and the way they were made comfortable, I think that's what took them like right until the final. So I think as far as gelling is concerned, they are in the royal culture. So I don't think gelling should be a problem. Thank you.
And and also, I am excited to see Bosch and especially Obed McCoy in the South African League because they will play a major role for us in the IPL as well in the next season. So yeah, I am seeing a next comment from Jehan, our Super Royal. He's saying good to see Super Royals on yet another weekend. Yeah, Jehan, how are you, mate? Next, we can take the comment of Kushagra. He's saying, yeah, it's a very good question. He's saying the news coming out that Pakistan is going to host the next Asia Cup. So over to you, Manani. What do you think? Will Indian government will allow Team India for this tournament?
Well, this question has like very obviously two ends. Either they will allow or they will not allow. It completely depends upon the situation. I think they will completely think over it. I think they will allow for this tournament because I think if not going to the tournament, it's like you are going against all the countries. So I think it's better to go safe and play your tournament, and then it's, I think the tournament is what basically that marks your journey and how you play, what kind of team you are, and not going to that particular tournament just because you have some sort of rivalry. I think so it's not gonna look towards from the Indian side.
Yeah, Manani, right. Next, we can take the comment of Kanishk. He's saying, what about the England team? What about England team and George Bhai? So, Kanish, we have already discussed about the England team and the form of Josh Butler. Next, I can see the comment of Kushagra. He's saying every viewer of India versus Pakistan में match भी like मेरे को तो ऐसा धक धक हो रहा है. Yeah, yeah, right. Next we can talk about Sanju Samson. We have seen his performance in the recently concluded series versus South Africa. He has single-handedly almost has made won that match. So over to you, Arjun. How you see Sanju in the ODI setup for Team India?
I think he has started well. He has gotten limited games before, before the month of August. The Zimbabwe series, he was very consistent, and now this series, he got only one innings to prove himself, and he almost won the game, as you said. So I think he is on a right path. He just has to, keep getting those opportunities leading up to the World Cup next year, the ODI World Cup. So I think he will be there or thereabouts, uh, running close with Rishabh Pant on who is going to play in the 11. So we should expect him to be there for sure in the World Cup.
Rohit bhaiya, same question to you about our skipper, Sanju.
I mean, we know what Sanju can do when he comes to bat, and he has proved himself in the South African series, obviously by being not out in all the matches, which Ganesh is also saying. So yes, he's a team man. I have never seen him, batting for his own records. I have always seen him batting for the team, and the kind of vibes that he has when he bats in the middle also, or when he's also wicket keeping and all of that. I think that he definitely deserves to be playing the World Cup next year, and I definitely see him in the playing 11. I have no doubts. Just because you need a left and right hand combination does not mean that you can probably just have Rishabh just for that. I mean, seeing Sanju's form and how he has been performing, I think he needs to be in the World Cup. But yes, also I would like to say that he will need to maintain his consistency through all the tournaments that happen right till the World Cup, because we have seen that though he has been performing well, the only question that gets raised every time is how consistent has he been. So I think consistency is something that he will have to manage, but otherwise I think he has done pretty well, and he deserves to be in the playing.
Yeah, Rohit bhaiya, right. Absolutely right. I just want to tell our viewers again, please go to the RR Super Oils page. In the bio, you will find a link. You can participate in the T20 World Cup contest, and then you can win big prizes. So guys, please go and participate. We want to see maximum participation from you all. Next we can have a prediction round. So Manani, over to you. Who will be the highest run scorer for India in the World Cup?
Highest run scorer, I think it's going to be Surya Kumar Yadav, because his form is like he's scoring consistently well, like not getting out, and he's not even wasting a single ball to score that four or sixes. Like he's like the batsman gets out, when he replaces the batsman, he's like first ball and he scores a four. I think that's what tells what his confidence is right now. So I think so Surya Kumar Yadav is the one who is going to be the leading run scorer.
Right, Manani. We all want the form of Surya Kumar Yadav at least till the World Cup, the form he is in. So over to you, Arjun. Who will be the leading wicket taker for India in the World Cup? Maybe our spin twins or Yuzvendra Chahal.
Yeah, I think Yuzvendra will be close, but I feel Arshdeep Singh, he's going to find a way to pick up the most wickets. He has to pick up most wickets if India wants to win the World Cup. Yeah. So Arshdeep Singh would be my pick. Yeah, ahead of Chahal.
Right, Arjun. Rohit bhai, same question to you. Who will be the highest wicket taker for the India in the World Cup? Rohit Bhaiya, same question to you.
Yeah, that's the question to me. Yeah. So I think I think Bhuvi has a good chance to pick good amount of wickets, and UZ definitely as far as a spinner is concerned. So those will be my
Nikhil
two.
is saying Bol will take the maximum wickets for India. And next we can have the prediction round for Australia. Manani, uh, who you think will be the most impactful player for Team Australia in this World Cup?
Well, there are many great players in Australia. David Warner is one of them. And even there are, I think, many players I am looking forward, but David Warner is the one who I feel is, gonna come back really great.
Yeah, I am excited to see Tim David. He has shown his worth in IPL as well in the recently concluded England versus Australia series as well. So Arjun, over to you. Do you see Tim David as the most impactful player this season for the World Cup?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, I think he has that six hitting range. The big grounds of Australia, you will need those power hits at the end. So I think yeah, he will probably be the impact player alongside Maxwell. I expect Maxwell to do really well in the World Cup alongside David for Australia.
Yeah, Arjun, you're right. Next, we have a comment from SG Kushagra. He's saying Sanju Samson or Ishan Kishan. Who do you think will be the prime time keeper in Indian cricket team? Rohit Bhaiya, if you can answer this comment.
I think that Sanju definitely deserves a chance. I obviously we did see Ishan Kishan. He played pretty well, like very recently in one of the innings. But again, I think as far as consistency is concerned, I have seen Sanju being far more consistent recently. So I definitely think he deserves a chance, but he has to maintain his consistency. That's the only thing that I want him to do. That's it.
Yeah, Rohit Bhaiya, we all want Sanju Samson to feature in the Indian team now regularly. We as a Royal fan all want that to happen. So yeah, let's wrap this episode. Thank you for joining us, guys. Thank you to the viewers for
Sorry, can we just also discuss 2 minutes regarding our
sure, sure,
Indian
sure,
women's
sure.
team
Yeah.
who won the Asia Cup today?
Asia
I
Cup.
mean,
Yeah, yeah. They
it
have
was just
dominated the final.
it was a super performance. I mean, the way they got us the Sri Lankan team out was just simply superb. I mean, and they just turned everything up. They came with all their energies, and Sri Lanka batting in the finals and thinking that probably I think they wanted to just get rid of that pressure of scoring, so they decided to bat first. But yeah, I mean, our Indian women's team did pretty well. So
Yeah, a dominating win in the final for India. It's pretty rare, you know. So expect that to be the trend. I hope that would be the trend in the World Cup for India in the T20 World Cup for the men's team as well. So yeah, it was a great performance from the women's team to win the Asia Cup.
So yeah, we can now wrap this episode. Thank you for joining in, guys. Thank you, Manani. Thank you, Arjun. Thank you, Rohit Bhaiya. And thank you to all the viewers for your constant comments in in the comment section. Till then, keep supporting us, and we will be back next Saturday with the other Super Oil in this YouTube live. Yeah, thank you all, and Allah Bol.
thank you,
Allah
Allah
Bol.
Bol.
Bye bye.